Hello, my name is James, and I'm from Canada. I'll be sharing my stories of pop culture and my personal life. And I'll be doing this while I'm eating. So welcome to my page. At the end of the video, don't forget to click and like, subscribe. I love making a mess with spaghetti. This is so much fun. I want to talk today about 1984. It was a very special year for me. I was about 10 years old. I did like any other kid would do. I would play the Atari. I would watch TV. And in the summertime, I would hang out with my cousins and go for bike rides. In 1984 was a very special year for a lot of people. A lot of video channels came out. Also, a lot of popular movies came out at the same time. Like a lot of video channels, TV shows that I mean. One was Hot 30. I know Switchback would play some videos here and there, and that was mostly in the Maritimes. And Video Hits with Samantha Taylor. Mostly you can watch it every Saturdays, and it had all kinds of different videos. Chaka Khan, Tina Turner, Duran Duran, Madonna, Boy George. Let's name a few, I guess. I remember being in grade 4, and a couple of my friends, my classmates, had dressed up as Boy George. It's actually hilarious. I remember wintertime starting really early in October, which is quite weird. When I was a kid, in that same year of 84, I would hang out with my cousins in the wintertime, and we would play Atari. Probably like 7 till 7 till 10 p.m. It was so much fun. Everyone was taking their turns. It's not like these days where you just have your own games and everybody can play together around the world. When I was a kid, we used to go bicycle riding, me and my cousins, and then we would go play hide and seek. And there was a lot of gardens around my area, a lot of woods. You can play hide and seek in the woods, play hide and seek in the garden. We get in trouble, of course, but we had fun. And we also went bicycle riding a lot. Sometimes have our scrapes with our bicycles. But we always have fun. And there was always 5 of us hanging out together. Sometimes we go to the beach, just around the river. But sometimes we would go to the beach, which would be 10 kilometers away. I didn't like the river that much. It had seaweeds, so I wasn't really enjoying my swim. But when we went to the beach, there was no seaweed, and the water was nice and clear. I didn't read too much as a kid. It wasn't much of a hobby for me. We were always told to go outside and get some air. And we did. And then we go for supper after a long day. And then we get back together afterwards. And we would watch movies at my cousin's. They were the only ones at the time that had a video. And we watched some movies, mostly on Saturday nights. It was a lot of fun. My cousin would ask me to chip in 75 cents. So that would provide a video rental, pop, and chips or popcorn. But it was worth it. So we would start around 7 o'clock, and then the movie would be done around 9 o'clock. I remember watching movies like Supergirl, I think Evil Dead was one of them. I didn't like that movie at all. And I also like to watch cartoons sometimes, but we were mostly watching really crazy movies. think one of them was Airplane. That was funny. And Police Academy. I love Police Academy. It was very funny. One of the biggest movies of that summer was Ghostbusters and The Karate Kid. I remember watching The Karate Kid when it first came out in video. We didn't have the big names at the time, like Blockbuster at the time, or they were just very small places with private videos. I don't live in a bigger city. I live in a very small town. So you got what you have to enjoy. We would also play as a kid a game called TV Tag, where you would scratch something on the ground, the first initials, and you had to guess what TV show it was. And then you had to run around the house, and if you got there before the person tagged you, it was your turn to create what was the next TV show and make everybody else guess. And we would play at least for a good hour. In my younger days, computers weren't spoken about. Not yet. I know Apple existed at the time. I also remember it was my first time, well, probably my second time, that I was getting on the bus. I was going to see my grandparents, and the bus was called the SMT. The SMT doesn't exist anymore. And it was a very, very long drive. But I loved it. I was able to see a lot of the old houses, farms, very old cars. Things were different back then. I was staying with my grandparents for 1 week with my sister. And I always visit the neighbors. The only thing is, I don't like about going to my grandparents in the summertime is they live right across from the cemetery. And if you watch Poltergeist in the year of 1984, but for a kid, when a cemetery across from my grandparents' house is not a thing that I felt comfortable with. My Nana was a very quiet person. She loved to keep herself private. My grandpa, on the other hand, he was very quiet. But once you get him to start to speak and tell him his old stories from his lifetime, they were very interesting. So I got myself a little thing of gummies, Happy Mix. My grandpa, when I went to his house, he would get me to go in his shed and organize all the nails that he had. So he had probably about 10 little tuna cans, and he would look at me and he would say, "James, I want you to take this magnet and organize all the nails accordingly." And I had to, early in the morning, and I guess it would keep me busy. I'm hoping all of you are going to have a good day today. I'll see you guys later.